Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Zombies Love Bacon podcast. This is episode 23, season 2. We are back. I'm joined today by Shelby.
Hello, I'm here. It's me.
And Mr. COVID himself, Vince, has returned.
That's me. I'm back. Hello. I'm back.
Back with COVID.
Yes.
Or, I don't know. You're like 50% COVID now.
He's a survivor. He's here.
Built different, guys. That's it.
Built different.
Built of COVID. Made of COVID.
Money high, my money fall. I don't know.
So we're back, and it's been another week. I don't even remember what we talked about in the last podcast.
A lot of movies and things, I think, and like
how I sold pizza.
Yeah, you stole pizza. Yeah.
You stole pizza, you thief.
Yeah. I used to photocopy the vouchers they gave us for free pizza.
Oh.
It's basically counterfeit money.
Fuck, how are you in jail yet, bro?
I don't know.
Bro, man, lock away the keys.
Character.
Lock away the keys, mate.
All right, then lock me up. Throw me away.
No, not bothered. It involves me doing things.
How's everyone been? What's been happening? What have you been up to?
COVID.
Yes.
COVID and Diablo 3.
COVID and Diablo 3. I've been sick with COVID, so I bought a Switch to lay in bed. Well, I didn't buy a fucking open paid. I've never heard of that in my life.
Open
what?
It's another afterpay. It's
Yes,
I'm paying
this Switch off over like 7 months or some shit.
Oh, open pay. Is that what you said?
$30 a fortnight. I'm like, fuck yeah, bro.
I got my Switch on Zip Pay, and I don't think I've paid it off yet, and that was years ago.
I don't think you've played it off yet.
No, well, I've only replayed my Switch maybe 20 times since
So you got a Switch just to play Diablo?
No, I got a Switch because I had COVID and I felt like shit and couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah, but you've played nothing but Diablo.
I mean, I got Mario Kart, I got Zelda, I got the GTA trilogy,
okay, all right, that's okay.
Pokemon Arceus, but I've only touched Diablo.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's all right. As long as you got other games that I feel like people that buy Nintendo consoles and then don't play any Nintendo games are just kidding themselves, really. As long as you got like you have to get Mario Kart, you have to get Zelda, and then you're pretty Gucci after that. I didn't realize how many Nintendo games I've actually got that I still need to play. I've been hard on that PlayStation grind. Like if I'm not playing PlayStation, I'm playing PC, and between that's the rest of my time done.
We truly.
Yeah, I've been playing Saints Row like nuts. I kind of feel bad for Saints Row. It's getting a lot of shit. I had to like stop my stream for a bit and just like address the fact that because it feels bad, but I got really good numbers like streaming Saints Row. Like I asked for a key and like to be a part of it and stuff like that, and obviously I went to the launch party and I'm like, surely I'll get a key and stuff like that. But there was a bit of a mix up with how keys were coming out and stuff like that. So I'm just like, I'll buy the game, it's fine. Brought the game, playing it, I'm enjoying it. My numbers are like 3 times as much as what they would normally be, and it's because people are coming to see the game because they've been told it's shit. So they just come in and go, yo, I've been told this is shit. Tell me it's not. And I'm like, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm obviously enjoying it. I'm playing it. So
it's constantly like new chatter in your chat going, hey, is it shit? Please tell me it's not shit.
It's the same as like when I did Cyberpunk. We played Cyberpunk on launch and everyone came in. It's like, I heard this is really shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Subscribe to my channel.
I wonder over time how many sales and games you've influenced, really. Like how much money have you made companies?
All right, well, let's see.
Wow, he's got a report going.
No. I don't have a report going. No, actually, there is a report, but we'll get to that in a second. But I just wanted to say that I on a whim, accepted a key that was offered to me for YouTuber's Life to played it. Was actually quite impressed at how fun it was. And Shelby, did you go buy it?
I applied for a key for it. I bought it off of a key reseller website, so it was a little bit cheaper. But then I got given the key for free. So then I wasted my money because I couldn't return it to Steam or anything.
So when you say how many influence sales, I mean, I know that one for sure. So
yeah, that was definitely. And then so I gave that copy to Biggie, and I know a couple other people have bought it as well.
But it's, like for Saints Row, for example, there's a few people that gave it a go, or like at least like my job isn't to sell the game. Like they're not paying me to sell the game or anything like that. The deal is they give me the game, I play it. It creates like awareness. I don't want to say paid an exposure, but it's like that's how these big games. It's like when Apex Legends launched, they paid everyone to play it for the first 72 hours, so that it was the number one game on Twitch. So people were talking about it and they'll go download it and so on. It's just exposure. It's the same thing. But they didn't have the keys. The keys weren't coming out day one. So I brought it. I'm playing it. There's not a lot of other people playing it. So I had a lot of viewers coming in going, "Oh, should I buy it?" Blah blah blah. Look, the short answer is this, because I was playing Saints Row 2, which is a fucking banger of a game still.
What a game.
And then I played 3, which is just like fucking. It's like 2 must have done really well, so they upped the budget for 3. And I know that 4 is just kind of wacky craziness and a bit different and not that enjoyable in my opinion. And then you go back to this game, and it's a lot like 2. And not so much 3. 3 is more like action hero kind of thing.
I think it's closer to 3.
It's between the 2. And I think that the reason I say that is because 2 is all about building your brand. It's all about coming up off the streets. You know, you're fucking doing that, and you've got what's his name, fucking Gat, bloody being Gat, and you just kind of he just comes in and fucks shit up whenever things get a bit hairy, and you're rolling with the Saints, and that's the whole point of the game. And like I say, it's like GTA with gang shit. And that's cool, but it doesn't do that in this new game. Like it tries to, like you're doing that in principle, but it's never rising up from the streets. It's just like somehow I have access to all these guns and shit, can do anything I fucking want. So it's not like doing it rough and getting rising up. But then 3 is like you enter it as like the opening scene of 3 is they're in the middle of filming your movie about you because you're a fucking legend, and you're a fucking action hero, and then you just go do crazy shit from there. So it's kind of in between the 2, but it's still Saints Row. Like and that's good in the sense that if you want a Saints Row game, great, you're going to be playing a Saints Row game. You get all that stuff. It's bad in the sense that it hasn't grown up at all. Like it's and I don't get it. There was this whole fucking pushback of this new Saints game is very woke. I'm like, I didn't get that at all. I didn't get that vibe at all. It's just
all I got from it was your character actually likes his friends and like values the people around him, and there was like relationships built there. I don't think it's woke.
But there wasn't even that much relationship. They're all very two-dimensional characters.
Well, still though, the end of the story is basically the power of friendship.
Pretty much.
That's like the whole
no
thing.
No spoilers for me.
No, it's like My Little Pony.
Well, there's look. I put a slight spoiler up because the last button press, the last frame of the entire game, bugged out for me in a spectacular way. The game's broken, and I've heard that a lot of people have got the same problem. And I put it up on Reddit, and that's where I got all the feedback for. But I won't say what happens in the end. The story the story is very basic. It is what you make of it. The fun of the game is on all the missions and the side missions and the side characters and all that sort of shit. That can get a bit crazy, a bit bonkers and whatever. It's a lot of fun. There's this whole side story all about LARPing, like live action role playing, which is a good chunk of the game. Like it's probably 2-3 hours worth of gameplay just in LARPing. The game itself took about 15 hours in total to finish it all. And I pretty well finished it all. I think there's just some side missions left and I could 100% it. But to give you some perspective, there's 2 perspectives here. All right. First of all, it got destroyed from fucking reviewers, and they always do that little shady thing where if they think that they're not going to get really good scores, they push it right to the last minute. So like the time that the game was available, finally, like New Zealand gets it first because of the time. As soon as New Zealand was available to purchase that game, then reviews could drop. So if we didn't give it like a couple days for people to decide whether or not they're going to buy it, it's like you buy it today and this is your review score. And the review score they gave it was a 6 out of 10 as an average, which is apparently really bad. But I mean, I would have thought that 6 is fine-ish, whatever. User score is 3 out of 10 for those wondering. So the biggest, with all that said, if you're a Saints Row fan and you play this, it's more Saints Row. It's fun. If you play 2, as much as it's a great game, it's aged terribly. As you play 3, it's still a fucking great game. The remaster is really good as well. And then whatever. So if you're enjoying those Saints games and you want more, then this is more and you'll enjoy it. That's all fine. Where it falls down, and I think this is where all the reviewers and stuff is when they start comparing it to GTA. And that's where just things like I literally popped up in my TikTok feed where they had like side-by-side comparisons of if you do this in GTA and if you do this in Saints Row, like they were comparing it that closely to each other. And I'm just going to lay it out for you right now. All right. The attention to detail, like in terms of buildings, interiors, peds, just like the stuff that's happening in that real world environment, it's just not there. It's nowhere near the same as GTA. In terms of like the writing and the singling out of the character and like giving him a full backstory and a fleshed out and emotion, it's just not there. It's not that kind of game. The realism in weapons and cars and all that stuff, it's just not quite there. It's just it's too focused on being Saints Row to be a realistic open world sandbox sort of game. That all being said, the problem and this is where it gets the shit score, is GTA 5 came out in 2013. So if Saints Row can't get close to that 10 years later, then it's a bad game. And that's where all the reviews and stuff are like that. Which, look, I've said it many times before, and it is, I will die on that hill. It can be a bad game and still be enjoyable. Like, just because it's technically not an amazing game doesn't mean it's not a fun game to play and not worth your money. So, and that's it. And I had a lot of fun playing it. And I played it off stream. So if you ever wonder if like I'm enjoying a game, it's when I continue to play it off stream that I'm enjoying it. It's fun. So.
Yeah, I just walk into the lounge room, look at your computer screen. You guys just standing there farming money and dancing. It's great.
My favorite thing in any game is like, buy these businesses and they'll generate you money per the hour. It's like, fuck yeah, cheat codes. It's like legal cheat codes. I remember they did it for, I think when we were doing the playthrough of I did all the Assassin's Creed games in 1 month. And in Syndicate, they do that where they just generate money. And I'm like, all right, guys, I'll continue this game tomorrow. Leave the PlayStation on overnight. Come back the next day. I've got 70 grand to spend now. Except in Saints Row, it goes crazy to the point where you can earn 3.5 million an hour when you usually get 5 grand for a mission. So 3.5 million an hour just makes you fucking unstoppable. So good. So anyway, there you go. So Saints Row, like, I don't know if it's probably worth $100, but it's definitely worth playing. It'll come down in price for sure. The only thing that I didn't get to try out, which I think would add a lot to the game, is just it's got co-op through it, and just like playing it with a friend would be pretty chaotic and fun too.
That'd be nice. But yeah, it should be like Vince was saying, it should be cheaper at Christmas time, hopefully.
Oh, for sure. It'll come down. I mean, the last game these guys made was Agents of Mayhem, and that's like $3. Yeah, so.
Good Lord.
That wasn't a good game. I just want to, one more thing I want to add to this before we move along, is the developers have come out and said they are updating and changing and adding content as like they're working with the community to improve on the game. So it's not like they've dumped it and ran away. They are going to work on it. So it's good. I think that's a good thing. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. Got some cool concepts in it, like the what do they call them? The bloody what are the electro Neo Tokyo kind of gangs? The idols. That's a cool concept. Like they'll be in the middle of a gunfight. They'll stop to take a selfie.
I like the Panteras. I love the
Panteras are good. They're all about fucking.
They remind me of like OG Saints Row games.
I think that's what they're really based on. And then the idols are based on, obviously social media, influences.
There's a lot of Watch Dogs 2 vibes.
Yeah. So anyway, the absolute icing on the cake on this whole situation was as soon as I finished the game and posted my thoughts and everything on it, I got a key. So
this has happened to us multiple times. So.
A PC key?
PS5 key.
Oh, fuck. I was
I know. I was going to say, if it's PC key, I'll take it. But
wait, you've got a PS5, don't you, Vince?
Yeah, I'll take the key.
You want a key? Done. Sold. Yeah. It's all yours, bro. Done. Full copy. Saints Row. There we go.
Free copy?
Free copy of Saints Row. That's what you get, mate. You got to look.
You can get him away from Diablo 3 long enough.
You should see. You might. I don't know if you bought a Switch because you got COVID. I've got similar sort of thing. Trying to spend less time on my desk. I got what they call a backbone. I don't know if you've seen those.
Is that the thing that straightens your back?
No. It's basically this one's a PlayStation controller that clips around your phone, and then you can remote play your PS5 on your phone, and it feels nice, like a PS5 controller still.
Even I was using it. It's quite nice. Yeah, I was playing Stray on my phone. It was cool.
It's about
I broke as a joke, bro.
Yeah, it was about $150, but the latency and shit on it's fucking great. And if you have a decent phone, I can imagine it. Like the screen looks nice, and I've got a shitty phone, so yeah, very cool. Anyway, but he
has like an iPhone. What iPhone do you have, Ilati?
An 8.
An 8. I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Bro,
my 12 Pro Max look good.
My phone is paid for by my work, so I just need my work to buy me a new phone, which I've asked them to, but urgency matters. They don't give a shit about me.
Yeah.
Because we don't work in an office anymore and trip over each other, I can't just be a pest about it either. I kind of have to send passive aggressive emails and be like, yo, if you're trying to call me, my phone's been playing up all day because I need a new phone, just passive aggressive and hope for the best.
I'm losing connection.
Yeah, going through a tunnel, guys.
Yeah.
Just drop it in the water, you'll be sweet.
I need my phone though.
The only one he has. That's it.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, the backbone does look nice on a newer phone with like mine.
Yeah, they do on Xbox One and stuff as well. But yeah, I got mine so I can. So like when I want to do something like screw around in Saints Row, but I don't want to sit at my desk anymore, I can literally just go out, sit on the balcony, play outside. Fucking sick.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice.
I wonder if I could jailbreak this Switch. put fucking PlayStation Remote Play on it.
Oh, yeah,
Is
that'd
that a
work.
thing? You can put PlayStation Remote Play on a Switch?
If it's jailbroken, yeah, but I don't know if you can jailbreak the Switch OLED.
Oh, good question. I think it was particular models from last time I looked at it.
Yeah, it was the OG models.
Yeah, and then they
I have an OG.
They added a security firmware to it, and that was fucked up. You couldn't do it. Mine's an OG. Mine's a launch day. I remember
launch day.
I remember I got up and the Maybe Games was open at 7 a.m. for Switch pickups. They did like some midnight Switch pickup thing at fucking Federation Square. I'm like, I'm not going into the city to pick up a Switch at midnight. You crazy? I just get up at 7. I got up at 7. I had my streaming setup all ready to go because I was trying to get affiliate this time because I was fucking nobody, and I had every stream. So I raced to EB Games, got the console, got fucking Zelda, came home, plugged it straight in, started streaming at like 7:15. I'm like, whoa, look at me, because I got a fucking Switch before all you cunts, and streamed to like 2 people for the whole day. I streamed like I think I played for like 12 hours straight on the fucking that Breath of the Wild. I was
fucking hell.
Oh man, I zoomed through. So because people don't realize like Horizon Zero Dawn came out 2 days earlier than the Switch. So I was playing Horizon and I was trying to finish Horizon, and that game's big. And
there's a lot going on in there.
I was smashing through that, and then I'm like, all right, Switch is coming out, so we're switching up, and then we go play Breath of the Wild. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll finish Breath of the Wild and then go back to Horizon. And then Breath of the Wild is fucking big as well. So I think I played like Breath of the Wild 12 hours straight for 3 days, and then switched back to Horizon. I actually enjoyed Horizon a lot. Probably on par really with the experience for playing Zelda. But going back and like watching other people play Zelda, the shit that they put in that game, and they don't even hint at it. And it's like, if I knew this shit, like it would have changed my experience so much. Just things like if you use the sail to like glide down, right? But if you light the grass on fire, the hot air lifts your sails up so you can fly higher. Just things like that. Or if you're going through the snow and it's cold, you can put a fire weapon on your back and it'll keep you warm.
Nah, it's hectic.
It's just it's like someone's thought about it. They've coded it into the game. They don't hint at it anyway. The only way you'd notice it is if you're just screwing around and you figured it out. Like, oh, look at that. Just things like that. And there's a plant boss that you can kill by putting water on them and stuff like that. And it's just like, but I mean, I had such a hectic time playing that game. I didn't give a shit that anyone wasn't watching. And then at the end of it all, I'm like, wow, that was really good. I enjoyed the story. And then I realized I'd finished it well before most people because I just fucking smashed through it. So then I went through and I recorded all the cutscenes, and I just put all the cutscenes together and just put them in order, put them together, put them on YouTube, and just dropped it there and forgot about it. Because I'm just like, people probably want to just see the cutscenes and stuff. If I finished it early, I've unlocked it, I'll show them. That video still gets 1,000 views a week on my channel.
How many views does it have in total?
600,000. It's still getting views every fucking
easy
week.
Views.
Just it keeps my YouTube channel alive, and it was the laziest video I ever made. And because it goes 2 hours long or whatever, fucking my watch time is through the roof. And that's like, YouTube love that shit. So, but yeah, people go, yo, man, how come you still got like your YouTube channel does so well and whatever? So it's not my YouTube, it's one fucking video. Every other video will get somewhere between 30 and 100 views. Sometimes like some of the podcast episodes and stuff like that will go on to like podcast networking channels and stuff like that. Like I'm talking to other podcast channels and stuff like that. We compare like topics and all that sort of stuff, and it's all business crap. And like when I do that, I'll get heaps of views on YouTube for that video, but they usually only watch 10-15 minutes of it. They kind of skip through it and only listen to bits that kind of make them interested to them. That kind of kills my watch time, but yeah, that's all business talk stuff. But it's like that Zelda video, I do nothing with it. I don't promote it. I don't do anything. Just churns of views. And
lucky duck.
Yeah,
it's like with my TikTok videos. I can't like not have notifications on TikTok anymore because I've had a few videos on TikTok that have blown up, and they just continue to get watches and comments and likes all the time.
Same. Can you guess which one? Can you? Because there's a couple that went kind of similar.
Is it the Assassin's Creed one? No. Which one?
Nah.
Is it? Oh, it's the one where you're saying nah and everyone's making fun of you.
Yeah, it's all the Americans just keep commenting on it. Where's the R and no? Fuck off.
Yeah, you fucking twats.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
But I'm one of these people, I hate to see notifications sitting there. So TikTok enrages me because I can't view them and just get rid of them. They just come back straight away.
Someone else liked the video 2 hours ago, just now. It's got 1,200 likes on it, and it's got some stupid amount of views.
I shouldn't be complaining, but it's also when I'm watching TikToks and it keeps coming up at the top that somebody just liked your video. Somebody just liked your video, and someone will go through and like all of my videos.
It's got 30,000 views.
I haven't added any new videos for months.
Yeah. But then some other videos, which I'm like super proud of and stuff, or did some work on, will cap out at like 1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, like, I really shouldn't complain. Like, I'd literally put very little effort into my TikTok. I don't like sit out, write scripts and edit or do anything. I just do shit and then post it up. And, you know, I've got 36,000 likes, which is huge. There's some people that I know that are like working hard on their TikTok and they can't break through 1,000. So I can't complain. It's just lucky. It's definitely just algorithm magic. It's not skill.
It's nothing. Well, aside from all like the social media stuff, I just want to hear, Vince, you had some exciting things happen around in your area.
Oh yeah, man, we had fucking 2 girls get fucking shot. I had to come here.
I thought you were going to say there's hot single ladies in your area, but you had 2 girls getting shot.
That's not where I thought that sentence was going. I thought you were going to tell us about the guy in the ceiling, but like, what else?
Yeah, fucking old mate behind my house, fucking having a fucking getting raided by the cops, and they arrested 2 of the blokes in there, or one guy, one girl, and then the other guy's like, no, fuck that, I'm not coming out, I got a gun, and then fucking jumped in the manhole in the roof for 3 hours. So they called riot squad, dog squad, fucking raptor squad, everyone. Like, they blocked off literally half of my area and told everyone to stay inside. Like, they were in the fucking helicopter telling everyone from the helicopter, stay inside, like, don't leave your house. They fucking went in, they barged through the house. They got the sniffer dog. They put the sniffer dog in the roof, and the dog bit the guy and threw him out of the roof. They fucking took him to the hospital, bro. Then they took him to jail. Fucking wild.
Do you know what it was? Like, what was it? Drugs and shit, or what?
No, it was an outstanding warrant.
For what though?
I think it's probably
tickets.
it's probably drugs, bro. Well, it's fucking Lebos, bro. What else are we gonna get done for?
Apparently.
There's something about your area. I don't know. It came up on fucking. Was it? It came out on TikTok, and I was talking about some cinema near you guys, and he's like, brother, this is the cinema where everyone, you know, it's very rare that anyone ever pays for a ticket, and when you sit in the cinema, he goes, and when you're sitting in the cinema, it's very hard to watch a whole movie without someone in the back seat yelling out Johnny Sins. And I'm like,
what a fucking sacker.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro, welcome to the fucking shithole area.
It sounds kind of rough.
It's fucking stupid, bro. Some people are fucking cool.
Man, I was crook the other day, and I don't know how, I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube, and I ended up watching, it's like bounty hunter videos.
Oh, no, not Best of Bankstown.
No, God, no. I was watching bounty hunter. It reminds me because they had this guy went to this house, and like as soon as he knocked on the door, they're like, he's not here, and he just started he was like got into a screaming match with all. He's like, fuck his all. I'm just gonna start cuffing him. He's cuffing bloody mum, he's cuffing Nana, he's cuffing the child, the kids, and everyone, just cuffing them all, laying them down. He's going, I know he's fucking here. You guys just, they're all just screaming at him just the whole time. And he's like a one-man army, this guy. But anyway, he goes in, he takes the dog in, he's sniffing throughout the house and stuff like that, and they couldn't find him for ages. And then he just stops and he goes, no fucking way. And he just punches through this wall, and the guy's in the wall. Like, he fucking got him to screw him into the wall. And he's just in there. And he'd been in there for fucking 5 hours while Nana's cuffed face down in the front lawn. Just in the fucking wall. And as soon as he found him, the guy basically just pissed his pants. He's like, no, don't hurt me. I'm like,
there's
what
some fuck out there.
And it was the same thing. It was just an outstanding warrant. Police couldn't find them, so they just give the warrants to the fucking bounty hunters to go find them. And that's it. And this is what this guy does. And I was watching it I was just thinking, this is fucked. It's got to be like fake or something. But like, I go and Google some of these things, and like, you read the news articles, and it's legit. This is the shit that people do.
Bro, I was at work last week, and I watched like 60 cop cars just flying past, sirens on, riot squad, 2 helicopters. And I'm just standing outside the shop and just watching all of this unfold, bro. And there was 2 police chases going on at once. Some cunt crashed his car, jumped out and hit the bolt. And the other car was just fucking flying all through the area, bro. And it's like fucking crazy, bro. Like, I'm just sitting like at work watching all this shit unfold. So it just shows you how fucking shitty these areas are, bro.
What do you reckon it is, though? Is it like fucking just people being
fucking drugs, bro, and all cook cunts, bro. It's literally all of it.
Yeah, speaking of drugs, I was reading a fucking fascinating article about I think it's is it I think it's in the ACT. It might be some university. Anyway, they're doing like legitimate like narcotic testing on like drugs and pills and shit like that. And and they're not to like see whether or not they're drugs, but let's see what's actually in some of these fucking drugs. And they came back with 40% of cocaine is not cocaine.
Nah, it's not, bro. It's all fucking.
And he said
dumb.
that in some tests, it was just straight up powdered sugar that they like raided fucking people's houses and find them. And they fully admitted that they were doing cocaine and stuff like that. They tested the stuff and it wasn't even cocaine. It was just fucking sugar. I'm just like, what bloody rich cunt's like, yo, man, check me out. I'm going to go buy fucking cocaine. I'm so rich, blah, blah, blah. Goes out, gets fucking scammed. And he's sitting there doing cocaine. I don't know if we've been going back. You ever seen the TV show The League? It's a comedy show in America. It's about fantasy football, but it's really not about fantasy football. It's about a circle of friends who just get into shit situations and just pick on each other constantly. And fantasy football is why they hang out, is basically the reason. Anyway, they have this whole thing where they got this guy who's a plastic surgeon as part of the group, and they all just piss on him all the time and just say, mate, you're a fucking loser, and he's always trying to be cool. Anyway, there's an episode, I don't know, because we started rewatching it recently. I don't know if Shelby's been up to it yet, but there's an episode where he framed his first joint that he smoked in high school because he was such a badass. And then all his friends like, that's not weed. It's actually, we shaved our pubes and gave it to you as a joke in a fucking joint. And he's like, but I got high off that. It's like, it reminds me of that because these people are buying cocaine. They're probably acting like they're fucking high and they're just snorting powdered sugar that they paid fucking exorbitant amount of money for. But yeah, they said that fucking their best sample of cocaine that they got from like all the samples they got was like 60% pure. It's like that's as good a cocaine as you can get in Australia. So I think that's a kind of a lesson. If you're buying your cocaine, you're probably not actually. So, Shelby, you got to stop doing so much cocaine.
You can't stop me.
Take it easy, Shelby.
They also did. I'm reading the summary of the article. 100% of heroin samples contained heroin, but the purity levels were somewhere between 30 and 60%.
Yeah, they cut things like that with really bad chemicals as well. That can make you really sick.
Well, MDMA they also tested, and that's like the bad one. People just chuck all sorts of fucking shit in there.
Yep,
it's whatever. But yeah, it's so fascinating. Like so many people are like against anything to do with drugs. You're just glamorizing drugs, blah 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 blah. But like now that they're testing it and putting fucking science into it, it's like, yo, guys, do you know that these drugs, air quotes, drugs that you guys are doing are not drugs because we're testing it and putting science to work for once. It's fucking, it's fascinating shit. Guess if you willing to buy random shit from random people that you think is something, then it's probably going to be something random. Lesson learned. But yeah, I love the fucking idea of someone buying powdered sugar for thousands of dollars.
They deserve it.
How much is a bag of sugar? Homer sells them for $1.
It's does sound like a fucking $2.50, bro. Wild.
Yeah.
We just hear the crackheads near our house screaming all the time. Sometimes I wonder what's going on over there. That could be a really good TV show.
I think if those guys had drugs, they probably wouldn't be screaming. I think, but actually, no, I don't think they could put some of the stuff they said can't be put on TV.
Or in a podcast, honestly.
Or in a podcast. Sometimes I get worried that like it'll pick up on my mic if I'm streaming. I'm like, oh God, because sometimes it's too late. Once you hear it, it's like, oh, they've said it. It's like, I hope that didn't come up.
That bad?
It's
lots of accusations between different people screaming at each other all the time. They have like feuds down there, and they accuse
if
each other.
If you believed
really
everything they said, they'd be in jail.
All of them.
All of them.
Now we're talking.
The shit they yell out at each other is fucking wild. Yo, speaking of shit that you can't put on television or Twitch, did you see
I know this topic.
There's a lot of controversy flying around Twitch land at the moment.
This is about the girl who had sex on her stream. And it was super obvious, and she thought she was.
I saw that.
Well, I mean, it wasn't super obvious, except for the fact that
it was so obvious. People were like, "There's a reflection; you can see them doing it." But
the video's online still. You can watch it.
Even if you didn't see the reflection, there's a guy you can see him behind her, like 5 centimeters away from the back of her head. Oh, I wonder what he's doing back there.
No. Hang on. Let's slow down. You're getting ahead of yourself, all right? You already see him a little bit. She streamed for hours getting fucked online, all right?
So not just the clip that I saw?
It wasn't just a clip. The entire stream, she was just getting railed the whole time and like talking to people while they're coming in to chat and shit. and like pretending like it wasn't happening. But then there's a whole fucking reflection there.
She was basically moaning though as well, and like anytime it hit different, I guess it was very obvious.
So
like,
if you believe the streamer, right? If you believe the streamer, they say it was a drunk accident. They just got drunk. Shit got out of hand. That's what happened. That's it. All right. So which is fine. All right. Cool. If that's what you say, what happened, and if we choose to believe you, that's whatever. That's your story. All right. The fact that the camera is angled in a certain way and there's definitely a reflection there and all that sort of stuff, it does scent of clout bait. Yeah. This person had fuck all followers before they went and did this, and I bet you they got some now anyway.
Does she have an OnlyFans that she's suddenly promoting? Or?
Well, my first question is how long should someone like this get banned for?
7 days is what she got banned.
She got banned for 7 days, and people have been banned permanently for a lot less. And I think they need to make that a standard, and she shouldn't be back on the platform.
7 days for fucking on Twitch and admitting to it. Like, she said she was drunk. She didn't say she didn't do it. She could have just said, "Oh, it was just an awkward hug, and he was drunk," or something like that. Like, she could have tried to palm it off, but no, she's like, "Yeah, it's true. I fucked on Twitch. I was just drunk. Okay, 7-day ban. See you in a week." Like, nah, that doesn't seem right. And that's, to me, smells like clout chasing. She's not even that attractive. She could have an OnlyFans. Who knows? Fucking whatever. I don't think he's going to do her any good. Got a boyfriend. She's probably he probably doesn't like. Well, I was going to say he probably doesn't like people watching it, but then again, he did it live on stream, so who fucking knows?
Look, it might even just be that's his yum. He likes being watched. Maybe they both do, and it was like a whole a kink thing.
So the biggest and most obvious answer to this is there's streaming sites for that. You don't have to do it on Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, if you go let's go hypothetical world. Shelby's like, man, I want to fucking explore my sexuality. I want to do some fucking kinky shit on the internet. I'm going to go do it on Pornhub Live or whatever. That's cool. Go do it. That's fine.
I'm glad I have your support for this theoretical idea that it's Jesus
But that's
Christ.
the thing is that you do it properly, right? You go to your fucking, you do it on the right channels. You do it properly. You don't go, okay, well,
I just got an answer to a question I've never asked.
Listen. My point is, you don't go, oh man, I've got my kinky side. I want to go fucking explore my sexuality. I'm going to go down to the kindergarten. It's like, no, you don't. Like, there's a proper thing. You don't go to Twitch for that.
There's a time and a place.
Exactly. There's time and a place for everything. You want to go to fucking, get a fucking strip club to see naked ladies? That's where you go to see naked ladies. You don't go to the park. I don't fucking know. It's funny. It's just, it's so weird. And to me, it feels like a stunt. And I don't think it'll pay off because I think the community as a wide is just like, nah, fuck off because you're causing problems. And then there's and then there's other problems. So then the other thing is, and I put this clip in the channel thing, Shelby. I know how much you like the duck feeding in VR chat. Like
you feed the duckies.
Yeah, I put a clip in the channel redeem of some feeding of the duckies. I got someone banned from Twitch.
Let me see this, because that is a wholesome world on VR chat.
Oh, it's very wholesome. She was just doing a magic trick.
Oh no. Okay, I see where this is going. Yeah, no, that's VR chat, and a lot of people in VR chat are just, you know how it is.
So this is the VTuber Shy Lily, who is actually hilarious. I don't watch a lot of VTubers, but some of the shit that she says, she's from the Netherlands. Some of the shit she says is just fucking hilarious, and I can't stop. And obviously, it's like semi-sexualizing her VTuber character to maximize profit. Again, time and a place for everything. She was just doing an innocent, dirty joke that may be just a little bit too dirty for Twitch. But so animated person, and look, for people that don't know the clip that I'm talking about, she's in a world where she feeds ducks, and then she made a joke where she puts a pear under her dress, and then the duck goes and eats it, and then she makes it disappear. And she makes it seem like, she made it disappear under her dress. Banned for 3 days. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was animated, and it was just a little joke.
Sex on Twitch, 7 days. Animated pear, 3 days.
It's just, there's some weird inconsistencies.
It's very...
They're little horny bastards.
Yeah, that's VR chat for you, though.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's the internet for you. Let's face it. But the more you dig into it, and the problem is that all the shit's happening around each other. So like the 7-day ban for sex happens, which is like, okay, right, if that's the standard, if you slip up, first offense, 7 days. Doesn't really matter what the offense is, but whatever. But then at the same time, like they banned some other girl for having cleavage. They said, your cleavage is showing, 3-day ban straight up. And like she was playing a fishing game. She was actually playing a game. She just dressed herself up as a slutty fisherman. And then, that's it. But then like if she was in a hot tub, she would have been fine. So
you can go fishing in the hot tub. Catch a fishing rod, catch some fish.
Yeah, but if you don't have a hot tub, you don't have that option. And she was wearing more clothes than most people. Like she could have wore less and not got banned if she was in a hot tub playing fishing. But because she was wearing clothes but showed too much boob, it wasn't even that too much boob. She just has massive boobs. That's not her fault. It's no dresses containing that. But she got banned for 3 days. So it's like, anyway, it's those weird kind of inconsistencies that come with it. I feel like, honestly, sex on Twitch should just be a straight up permanent ban. Just fucking off my platform.
Yeah, it's a logical thing. Like you know what you should be doing there and what you shouldn't be doing, and that's like a clear line.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking. It's basically indecent exposure, straight up. But
pretty much.
Anyway, Twitch is doing some weird things at the moment. They're doing some good things on one side, but then on the other side, they're just doing some weird fucking shit, and it's just like, get your shit together, man. Just get your shit together. But anyway, it's just the internet for you. I can't get over the 7 days, man. It's so little.
So at least it's consistent for the way Twitch handles certain females on the platform. Anyway, aside from that, you did write something about Mr. Beast using voice actors.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. This is big brain. All right, there was a few people out there that will go, Mr. Beast, or he's too mainstream, but fuck off. All right, this guy's a fucking genius. And his genius is not celebrated enough, right? He has his YouTube channel, which has 100 million views or 100 million subscribers now or whatever. But he also has like the same YouTube channel in every different language. So you can look up Mr. Beast Spanish, and he has his entire YouTube channel again in Spanish.
He has translated channels?
No, he has dubs. He has voice actors who dub him in Spanish.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, I guess he has the money to
in
do
all
that.
the channels, though. He does all the different languages.
That's pretty cool.
So, because he was like, yo, man, congratulations on so 80 million fucking subscribers. Like, well, if you add up all my channels, I actually have so many more. Because, like, he's like, the world doesn't speak English. And it's like, oh. And then he's like, yeah, look it up. And he full on dubs over. He has voice actors who will dub and publish all his videos in every different language.
It's like, I'm just imagining somebody goes, oh yeah, what do you do for work? And he's just like, I'm a Lebanese Mr. Beast.
Yeah, brother, wallah, I'm Lebanese Beast.
Mr. Beast Lebanese.
Because he said $2. Sorry, Shelby, what you said?
I was going to say, is that a channel? Is there like a Arabic? I mean, I guess it probably would be.
Who knows? I mean, it's just growing. I think you said that, I think Spanish and Portuguese were like the first ones that went for.
Yeah, they're very big languages.
Lebanese.
No, Arabic, not Lebanese.
Arabic. Autocorrects. Yeah, Mr. Beast in Arabic. It's a channel.
Wow. I mean, the more you know. I didn't know all this. Although I did see some posts about him. People
it's only very new, and they haven't done a lot of videos yet in Arabic.
People trying to expose him, saying they participated in some of his challenges and he mistreated them. And like there was one where there was like 100 women versus 100 men. They have to stay inside a circle to win like money or a car or something.
Yeah, but this is clout chasing. This is the thing. So people will find any reason to fucking not
when these people are like fully anonymous and like you can't find out who they are.
Yeah, but I've seen videos of like people being like, oh, on that exact one as well, people being like, oh, this is the way we're treated, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. But then like the guys were complaining about how the girls were cheating, and they were using blah blah blah, like just creating all this drama. And I'm like, well, they can't all be correct though. This is the thing, right? So that's just like, who do you believe?
I mean, like, yeah, I get that, but I just think if you get enough people together in a close proximity for something like that, there's always going to be some people who have a really bad time.
So there's people that what they do is they literally do what Mr. Beast does. They'll do the same video, use the same tags, use a similar thumbnail, and post it next to it. And then they hope that when Mr. Beast gets his 25 million views, that they'll get 1 million views off it. And it's just straight up, there's like, if you can just look up, I was in a Mr. Beast video, there's hundreds of thousands of videos there. It's so much just like clout chasing and shit like that. It's just fucking wild. But yeah, I like, because there was the Squid Game one, there was an Island one recently. stuff like that. And then like all these videos started popping up in like my TikTok and stuff like that. They'll be like, yo, the real truth behind the scenes of Mr. Beast, you know, and they're like, wow, even though technically I would have won it if I had done this, they told me that it wasn't going to be happening like that because they've already planned that it's going to go this certain way. And then it did go this certain way and all this. Like, I'm saying, it's just, like, you don't know what to believe. Like, you don't know what happened or whatever. And like, I saw, because TikTok does this wonderful thing where people will do that and then someone else will debunk that. And then someone else will debunk the debunker. And then it's like, okay, well, this is getting out of hand. And then I just give up trying to figure out what the fuck happened. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it's, they did this whole, it's almost like a publicity stunt, I guess. They did this whole thing where Mr. Beast was teasing doing a video with Ludwig, and Ludwig was like, it's like, Mr. Beast is this crazy guy, keeps calling me up and sending me private jets to come be in his fucking video. And then we hear nothing about it. And then Ludwig's like, yeah, Mr. Beast said the video didn't really turn out, so he's just canned it, even though we spent millions of dollars on it. And then Ludwig's like, yo, Mr. Beast, can I have the video? I'll put it on my channel. And Mr. Beast's like, oh, fuck yeah, why not? And then they put it on this. And then, I don't know if that actually happened or that's just a really smart publicity stunt.
I mean, that sounds like it would have gotten more attention, so why not?
Well, then Ludwig could just, like, you just took Ludwig's audience and just combined it with Mr. Beast's audience, and they're two giant audiences. So, don't know. But yeah, it was just, I just, like, the mentality behind Mr. Beast and all the stuff that you see, like, in his interviews and all that sort of stuff, and how he treats his whole mentality to making videos and making it open to everybody and in every different language that they can try and do. I think it's just big brain plays, and yeah, it's better. All right, look, for the people that hate Mr. Beast, they go, oh, it's cringy or whatever, and like, you see so much stuff and whatever, and it's like, it's tall poppy syndrome. You want to bring down people when you see they succeed. I much rather will watch a Mr. Beast video than my perfect family drives my Lamborghini and gets my brunch today, and look at my makeup and my long nails, and oh my god, do I need to spend $30 million on my fucking self? And it's like, versus it's just like you watch these fucking.
You're not like a lifestyle vlog sort of thing. You wouldn't want to watch.
Rich kids with their fucking Lamborghini and their fucking private jet in their house, and they're just bragging about themselves and jerking themselves off and whatever. And it's just like, what is this shit? Who cares? Like, you're wasting your money.
I don't actually watch that many YouTubers like who do vlog style stuff, except for a couple of travel YouTube channels who actually do interesting stuff and go to cool places and things like that.
Yeah, but you know what? If I see another I quit my job to live in a van video, I'm going to fucking shoot someone. All right.
I kind of like some of those though. Not all of them. Some of them.
See my daily routine living in a van. It's like, okay, so it's 7 a.m. and the sun comes up. So then I brush my teeth in this part, and then I come back and make my bed. And then because I can't do the day without my coffee, this is my coffee. And then it's like, fuck off.
Well, we differ there a little bit.
I don't know what you've been watching, bro. I don't see that shit on what
he sees. I guess he's seeing like the
because I comment on him and I'll be like, fuck off. Then the algorithm's like, wow, he commented on this video. Let's really like it. Yeah. No, I don't actually comment on it.
So you're one of those fucking boomers that just.
It just makes me. The thing is, right? People like hate on Mr. Beast, like, oh, it's so stupid, whatever. And he's like, I bring 100 kids and threw them into a pile of $1 million, and they took home whatever they could pick up. Like, that's better than the person who spent $1 million on a Lamborghini to take 5 Instagram pictures and maybe get in the bikini and pose on the front of it to get on fucking OnlyFans and make enough money to pay for it.
The moment, one of the things that is coming up on my TikTok feed constantly at the moment. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with like a Birkin bag?
Yeah, I know Birkin.
Okay, so a Birkin is a bag from Hermes. Is it Hermes? I don't know how to say that.
Hermes.
Thank you. A Birkin is a particular sort of handbag that you can get from this company, and they're extremely expensive and extremely sought after. But the thing is, they're actually not just available to sell. You have to go constantly visit the store, make yourself known until you're offered a bag to buy.
Shoot me. Just fucking shoot me.
Huge status thing, and for some reason TikTok thinks I really want to know a lot about how to get a Birkin, and that's all my TikTok feed at the moment is girls trying to get a Birkin by showing up at the stores. I
once saw this guy on TikTok who was showing us his fucking watch while he was looking at grass. Fucking disgusting.
Yeah, what a fucking sad cunt that guy is, eh? I bet it was a fake watch as well.
Definitely fake. No way he had real fucking nah, not fake.
Fuck that cunt, bro. He doesn't deserve it.
Nah. I've watched like I went to, like, again, because I've been sick recently. I had semi-COVID. I had half a COVID. Yeah, exactly. And then I was like going down the rabbit hole. I watched influencers who failed with montages on fucking YouTube, and I was like, Oh man, there was one, I can't remember the couple, but they were a perfect family. Watch our daily vlog videos, blah blah blah, and it was just like, hey, you could see the fucking stage, and the kids. I wasn't even sure they were their kids. They've paid actors, I think. But anyway, they wanted a big house, and they couldn't find the big house in the right neighborhood that they wanted. So they brought two houses next to each other in this neighborhood, and were combining them. And then it turned out they didn't have the money to buy one house. They just took out two loans and brought two house loans, and then thought their YouTube channel would pay for it all while they were renovating it, and it didn't. And it just became this whole fucking mess, and then they got divorced or whatever. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? It's like
social media, bro.
But like, they were getting. Then there was another one where like the mother was like getting all fucking stressed and was on these fucking anxiety pills and stuff like that because the kids wouldn't play the part. It's like, now I'm going to give you this present. You need to cry. You have to cry.
I have a specific hatred for like family YouTubers who like, you can tell they're just exploiting their kids and like, my child had a tantrum. This is how I dealt with it. Maybe don't broadcast your child's tantrum.
It was the one where
privacy.
She uploaded her vlog and she forgot to edit out a part. Like she missed a take. And they were in a car, and she's like, "No, you need to cry more like this." And then she like does a cry. It's like, "All right, this time." And then they like cry, and it's like, "No, that was wrong. Do it again." And they obviously meant to cut it out and just show the crying, but no, it was the whole trying to coach their kids to cry properly for camera. Oh, it makes me angry, man. It just makes me
hate this world,
angry.
bro.
It's like fuck off. This is the thing, and coming from someone who's been on reality TV, which at the moment is again, it's on TV again, and whatever. As much as like producers and shit, and they meddle, like they talk to you and they sort of try and guide you in certain ways or whatever. If you cry, you cry. If you don't cry, you don't cry. They just go with that. It's fine. Like it goes on TV. It's reality TV, where at some point along the line, YouTube's like, no, it's expected that things are going to go this way, so we have to like pretend. It's like, no, just film what happened and just put it up. It's fine. Like, I'd much rather see a realistic something happen than, I don't know. But then the thing is that, and this is the thing, particularly with the daily vlog stuff and all that, is if nothing happens, then you don't have a video. So then they make shit happen. Maybe. Fuck. Oh man, I could tell you a story about Ozpost. Fuck those guys. Fuck those guys. But I can't say what it was because it's for something that's coming up on fucking stream and stuff coming up soon. But I ordered something that was meant to be here for a charity stream last weekend, and ordered it Monday from one suburb over, express post. It got to my suburb the next day, out for delivery, never seen again. Just gone.
Don't worry about it, you don't need it.
Oh, obviously. So then I messaged the guy and I'm like, yo, I messaged the guy, send it to me. It's like, it's lost in the post. It would have got here otherwise. And they're like, nah, it'll turn up. I'm like, yeah, but I need it by the weekend. I'm like, it'll turn up, man. Don't worry about it. I'm like, it's in my suburb, and by this point, it'd been like 3 days. I'm like, it doesn't take 3 days to find my house, and it's lost in the mail. Anyway, come like a week later, he's like, oh, well, I'll ask Australia Post. It rings Australia Post. Australia Post like, oh, we delivered it. He's like, you didn't though. And then they went back again, and Australia Post like, oh, sorry, I meant we didn't deliver it. And they're like, well, where is it? It's like, oh, it's at this post office. And then I looked up the tracking, and the tracking says it's like out on the road still. I'm like, you know what? Just give me back my fucking money. I'm done. I don't want to deal with this shit. Like the whole point of ordering something online is they get something online, delivered to your fucking door. It's so fucking annoying. So anyway, he wouldn't give me back my money. I bought it on eBay, so I went back to eBay. I'm like, this guy's giving me a pain in the ass. It's fucking clearly lost. Just give me back my money. And they're like, talk to Australia Post. I'm like, I've spoken to Australia Post. Don't you fucking dare make me talk to Australia Post again. Like, okay, here's your money back. I'm like, thank you. And then a couple days later, I was like walking past the post office, and I'm like, it better not be in there. And I walked in. I said, by any chance, do you have mail for this address? And they're like, no. I'm like, if I show you a tracking number, can you tell me like if you got it anywhere? Show the tracking number. She goes, oh yeah, that's here. And she just grabs it. It's like right next to her on the counter. Like, fuck.
It's the same thing with like it's similar to me in like when you buy a game but then you get the key for free. It just this has happened to us a few times.
We've talked about this on the podcast. That time where I went in and I lined up in the queue of people at fucking Australia Post, and then like I could see this huge box with my name on it. I'm like, oh well, this is my parcel. And I went up to the counter, I gave them the slip, and they gave me this tiny little parcel. And I'm like, oh, is that it? She goes, yeah, that's it. I'm like, what about the huge one that's in the doorway with my name on it? And they're like, oh, that's been here for weeks. Like, give me my fucking mail.
Well, didn't that turn out to be like an EPOS pack that was like really expensive?
Yes, it was fucking $600 worth of headphones just fucking sitting in the doorway of all things. I didn't even put it behind the counter. It was just sitting out in the Australia
Good old
Post.
Australia Post. We complained
fucked.
about them a lot on this channel, actually.
It's so
Post Malone.
Fuck them. But the thing is, there's no good alternative. So
No, there's literally nothing that's better. Like all the other ones are worse.
yeah, it's just so frustrating. Oh, anyway, it is what it is. Fuck them. Fuck Australia Post.
It'd be like that.
There was another topic that I wanted to bring up, and this is a bit of a story. Grilled burgers. You know grilled? Have you had grilled burgers?
Yeah,
grilled
me and
yesterday.
Pez went last week.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
2 weeks ago. Oh no, actually no. Yeah, it was after I finished COVID. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing like fancy.
yeah. They're okay. They're good. They were created in a suburb over from us. They were in Glenferrie near Swinburne University in Hawthorne. That was their first store there, and then they sort of took off as being this like healthy eating sort of kind of burgers. Like they do a lot of healthy options, stuff like that. They do a lot of community support, stuff like that. I think they were also in the news for underpaying their staff, but we'll ignore that bit for now. But they've sort of sprung up I like their burgers. I think they're quite tasty. A bit overpriced, but tasty, yeah. Anyway, this goes back probably, it would have been a while ago. Probably 5-8 years ago, something like that. I was working at Mitre 10 in Hawthorne at the time. It's not there anymore, so good luck trying to dox me. And I get this phone call, and they go, "Oh, well, we need you to sit in on this meeting. We've got a crisis meeting in the next hour." And I said, "Okay, what's it about?" And they go, "Oh, do you know about grilled the burgers?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "It's about that." I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck's this got to do with anything?" And so, in context, this is how it also kind of played out. Is Mitre 10 launched their new range of barbecues. Their barbecues are called grilled. Grill *D grilled. And then
Who didn't Google a name of a product before they actually named it?
So it's grilled, but it's spelt different to grilled. Grilled and there's grilled and there's grilled. Grilled and then grilled.
And then grilled.
Grilled and then grilled. Apparently, grilled the burgers fucking were not happy and were basically trying to sue Mitre 10 at the time for usage of their name and brand and stuff like that. And they're claiming that it was too close to grilled burgers and grilled barbecues are too close together. It's like proximity or whatever. Anyway, it wasn't going anywhere. Like they were trying to sue, wasn't going anywhere. They tried to like get the media involved. They kind of didn't really give a shit. Blah blah blah. So then they called me up and they're like, "Yo, this grilled name and grilled barbecue thing, it's escalating. It was on the news and stuff like that." I said, "Okay." I'm like, "They're spelt different and they're different products, so I don't see what the problem is." They go, "Well, the problem is that their head office and all their like their management staff and all that sort of stuff was all from Hawthorne, and that's where their first store is. And your store is also in Hawthorne, and now they're threatening to picket the stores, like a protest." Like, yeah, they're going to full on protest the store. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, apparently they're coming down on Sunday, and that's your shift." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Well, can any of the bosses be here, like to manage the situation?" They're like, "No, they don't work Sundays." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So there was this whole fucking expectation. They're like playing, they're going back and forth with like cease and desist letters and shit like that, trying to tell them to stop using each other's names and stuff. And it was this whole fucking thing. It got to the Sunday, and I get a phone call from the boss, and they're like, "Oh, apparently they're coming down to your store, so expect them to come down." Blah blah blah. So I fully expected like they're gonna come down and like protest and like chain themselves to the fucking barbecues or some shit or
fucking old school.
something. But like half a dozen people turned up, and then they're just like, "Yo, what do you think about this?" I'm like, "I don't care." I'm like, "Okay," and then they left. That was it. That was the whole thing. They're just like, "Yeah, okay, I don't care." It was like they'd come to interview me for some ad lib or whatever. I'm just like, "Mate, I get paid fucking minimum wage to work a fucking Sunday, and you cunts want to come in here and talk about the name of your burger versus the name of the barbecue that's not even mine? Fuck off." So, seriously. It's like they settled on something eventually, like out of court, whatever. I don't give a shit. But it was just like the fucking weirdest thing. But the thing that got me was that all the bosses and the management and everyone else, none of them had the balls to come down and be like, "Yo, I'll stand on the front line, help you out." They're like, "Nah, minimum wage kid, he can fucking handle this. I don't get paid too much. I got golf on Sunday, you know?" Are you coming down for PAX? Are you coming down for PAX?
Bro. That's what I was going to say. Guess what? Me and
Guess
Josh
what?
coming to Melbourne.
Josh?
Yeah.
Josh doesn't leave his house. What are you talking about?
What do you mean, bro? Me and Josh booked a hotel together where we're leaving.
A little couple's night.
I think Salty's coming as well, bro. We're going to have a fucking foursome. We need you as well there with us.
Maybe. You coming for the weekend or what? What are you doing?
So we're leaving on the 6th. We're flying out same time. So he's flying in from Adelaide. I'm flying in from Sid. Our planes, as long as there's no delay, is about 5 minutes difference in landing. So I think I land at like 1. He lands at 1:30. I land at 1:35, and then we just Uber it to the
fucking slow motion run.
I guess that's the thing. We're going to be going to the Fortress event, which is on the Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll be going to many events. I imagine.
You know what? They got hectic burgers at Fortress.
They do, but I was just mentioning it as well for any of the followers who might be listening from Melbourne or anywhere else and might be going to PAX. Fortress has an event on Saturday night. They're out of the early bird tickets, but you can still get tickets, and that's where we're headed.
Oh, you gotta pay.
You gotta pay, and it'll at least secure you a spot in a gaming bar during PAX, which does not usually happen. So
that's only the Saturday night, though. I mean, if you guys are coming down, the 6th, and then the weekend, or.
We're there from Thursday to Wednesday, so 6 till.
Oh fuck, man! You got plenty of time.
6 till 12, yeah. So we arrive 6, we leave 12.
Yeah, we should sure catch up because fucking Shelby's birthday is on the 11th.
Yeah.
11th,
and Ophelia's birthday is on the 10th.
It's on the 10th, yeah.
Yeah, so
I have no idea what I'm doing for my birthday yet because I still I can't eat or drink, and I won't be drinking the whole PAX weekend.
Yeah, we should all have an AGS.
You can be the designated driver.
I don't know how to drive. I'll be a designated Uber.
Yeah, fucking learn. How long is it going to take?
Learn how to drive. It takes like 10 minutes to learn.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Somebody tried to teach me once. I kind of screamed and cried a little bit in terror because it's scary.
Have you played video games before?
I've played video games.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
It is.
Full throttle, burnouts, hit people on the side of the road, you're done.
I could say I could accidentally murder somebody in a giant metal death machine.
It's not an accident if you try.
When I was growing up, it's a country thing, right? You must learn how to get a car and break a car and do all that shit. Just life. It's a life lesson. So when I was 14, I went and got a fucking car. It was a Mitsubishi L1000 flatbed 1-ton ute. And I brought it for $300. It's been sitting under an orange tree for 4 years. And
it's still under the tree?
No. That's where I found it. Right, offered the bloke $300. He said, "Yeah, no worries." And I drove that fucker into the ground. Just drive because I was 14, so not kind of a license or whatever. So I was just driving off the road, so that's fine. Yeah, so I grew up on some land, so I'd literally just fucking floor it around in the on the land. Fucking doing mad skids and burnouts, doughies, whatever. But it taught me how to drive a manual and fucking how to, if a car broke, I'd like figure out how to fix it and stuff like that. Things like retiming spark plugs and stuff like that was an absolute nightmare. But we did it, fixed it all, did all that. But then
that's why you get diesel, bro. No spark plugs.
But then what happened was that when I was turning 15 and then some of my friends was turning 16 and I was starting to get their learner's permit and stuff like that, they wanted to learn how to drive, but they were too shit scared to learn to drive on the road. So they'd come out to my place and I'd take them out in the bush basher and we'll just go out and floor it out and fucking scrub.
That's
the bush. Yeah, it's great. It had no floor in the driver's side. So if you miss the pedals,
the Flintstone it.
You put your foot through the floor and a good chance you're going to snap your ankle. But it's fine. It's just a hazard.
Bit of fun, bro. It's nothing too serious.
Yeah, I think we rolled it twice by accident, but that's all right. You just push it back up, and as long as there wasn't too much fuel around, it's okay. A couple times we blew it up, caught on fire. It's all right. Put the fire out, clean it up. Way to go.
Let's go again.
It was good. It was the most country I ever felt was driving that piece of shit around, in the mud and stuff. It was been piss and rain. You go out in fucking mud and just get fucking bogged and push it out. It was so good. And the thing was that then I'm driving it, and I've been driving it for years and whatever. And then my friends were they'll get in it, and this would be their first experience driving. I'm like, all right, well, because it was a manual, and it was a bitch of a manual. You couldn't find third gear. It was just not there. You just have to hope for the best that you put it in the right spot. And every now and then you'd let go and you it's like, nope, that's not it. Try again. And so away it goes. But it's fuck, man, teaching people to drive for the first time in that sort of situation, they panic and they put their foot down. It's like, no. Stop. Or they think they got on the brake and they hit their clutch. Just things like that. And it's just anyway, so we crashed a lot. I think the worst, we crashed into an electric fence once.
I probably could have learned to drive if I had, in a situation like that. But I got to a point where by the time I was ready to learn how to drive, my parents had already taught 3 people how to drive. So they were over it. So I didn't have anyone go, all right, let's get in the car, let's go. And I never got to learn.
See,
and then I got scared of it. So
see, the thing is that and look, this is anyone who's grown up in the country can say the same, will know the same thing, right? That growing up in the country means that you don't learn how to drive. You learn how to hoon is basically. So everyone who taught me how to drive were like, look, they say you shouldn't do that, but it's fine. Speed limits are just a suggestion. It's things like that. That's the way I grew up. Was like, because I mean, I lived 30 kilometers out of town, but it still only took me 10 minutes to get into town because the speed limit was 110 all the way. So like, then you come to Melbourne, and it's like it's a whole different game. And like the town I grew up, we talked about Mildura many times. Mildura doesn't have like lights anywhere. Traffic lights is a minimal thing. They barely have them. It's all roundabouts. That whole fucking town is made of roundabouts. Like you go to fucking Melbourne, even Sydney, same thing. None of them know how a fucking roundabout works. None of them.
No one looks right, bro.
No one looks anywhere.
No one gives right. They just go, no blinkers, no nothing. The amount of times I've almost fucking punched on. Bro, remember once I was coming to do a podcast, I went to get food and some fucking Domino's driver got hit at the roundabout. Do you remember?
Yeah. It's just fucking.
They don't give a fuck, bro. No one knows roundabouts.
No one knows roundabouts. Fucking nothing. And then I come in Melbourne, like roundabouts, fucking easy. The amount of times I've nearly fucking wiped out on a roundabout because some other dumb idiot doesn't know how the fucking thing works. Oh man, drives me up the wall. Anyway, so I had to basically relearn to drive in Melbourne. And when I say relearn to drive, I came to Melbourne, I didn't drive because I was like, fucking no way. There's more cars in this street than there was in my whole town. And it's like, I'm not doing it. Eventually you get used to it, and then you just realize that you're in a car, so fucking you're fine. I'd never ride my bike or anything around in the city. I'd just get fucking murdered, I think. Just from some driver will just run me over and not even see me. I'm sure of it. Anyway, I have friends that come and visit, and like they haven't grown up in Melbourne. They come and visit Melbourne on holidays, and they usually fly in a taxi and Uber or whatever. He goes, I'm coming down to Melbourne. I go, okay, cool, that's fine, man. And, this is my address. Plenty of parking on the street. Just pull up there and whatever. We'll catch trams if you want to go around. Like, okay, how many hook turns are there? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, how many hook turns are there to get to your house? Because I can't do hook turns. I'm like, none. There's no hook turns. He's like, oh, I better play it safe. I might park somewhere and then like take public transport to your house. I'm like, if you want, it's cool. He parked in Bendigo.
How far is that?
2 hours outside the city.
It's so far away.
It's another town. It's 200 kilometers away.
Why did Mans park 200 k's away?
Because he was scared of hook turns.
You know what? Fuck hook turns, bro. I
caught a train from another fucking town to Melbourne.
Bro, when I went to Melbourne in April, this girl picked me up and she's just stopped in the middle of the road and she's like, we're trying to turn. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I'm waiting. I go, waiting for what? She goes, oh, it's a hook turn. I go, what the fuck is a hook turn, bro?
For those who don't know what a hook turn is, you have to pull into the far left lane and wait to turn right. So you pull in there, you wait, all the traffic goes past you, and then once it's about to like change lights again, you then turn, and then you're basically at the front of the line for the next crosswalk going across, and you go. That's fine. It's totally it makes sense. You just need to know what's coming up, and you're fine.
It doesn't make sense. No, because you're taught to, when you're driving, to turn right, you stay in the right lane. You don't go in the left lane to turn right. Well, hang on, because I'm going to fucking Melbourne school you right now. Okay, all right. So if you stay in that right lane and you pull out into the middle and you go, I can't move because I'm turning right and I'm waiting for the cars to go, then all the fucking cars behind you can't go. Where if you pull over to the left, out of the way of everyone, all the lanes keep going. But what happens if there's like an old cunt stuck in the left lane and he's like, oh, get out my way, and then he tries to merge into the right lane and he causes chaos.
You're essentially those cars waiting to go on your left, like when the light turns red and then the cars on your left go past, you essentially go and you line up in front of them. That is what you're doing.
I hate this.
It makes sense and it's fine. It makes sense and it's fine.
Sense and it's not fine.
It makes sense and it's fine. Hook turns are fine. Anyway,
driving doesn't make sense.
So the next time this man comes, he goes, I'm coming down to Melbourne. I just fucking give up arguing with him. He's like, oh, I'm going to park in. I said, you said you're going to get fucking murdered and your car's going to get robbed, more likely sitting at the train station in another fucking town than coming into Melbourne. Just come dump your car here. So then he said no, but then he did anyway. He came and it was totally fine. He said that you didn't crash, nothing like that. And then like the second that he got there, he parked his car and we chatted and whatever. And when he got back in his car, he put it in reverse, looked over his shoulder, but went forward instead and crashed straight into the fucking wall.
Poor guy.
This guy doesn't know how to drive. He's actually very scary to drive with. And he's a terrible driver. It always has been. I grew up with him. He's the worst driver. Anyway, Flip on the other side, my cousin, who he come down. We call him the Amish cousin. We've referred to him many times. He's the one who didn't realize that you can get food delivered to your house.
Where's this guy living in 1300s, bro?
Yeah, this is him, right? So he drives a fucking country fucking bumpkin ute with subwoofers in the back and no room to put any tools. And so anyway, he comes and he stays in my house. Doesn't give a fuck. Like he's just like, I'm just like, park in the street, man. There's no whatever. He's like, okay. He just parks over a fucking driveway and he just leaves it there. And I'm like, I come out, I'm like, he's gonna get a ticket. I go upstairs, I tell him, he's like, yeah, I'll move it. It's fine. If it wasn't anywhere to park, so I just parked it there. And then I come down, and then like the next day he parked, but it was like he turned into the street. There was no park, so he just parked at the end, and his tail was like hanging out into the street that he come off. I'm like, he's gonna get a ticket for that, surely. And I tell him, he goes, no, I park there all the time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then this time he got a ticket, and I'm like, this guy just gives zero fucks about anything. Like he just drives this fucking subwoofer ute around in the city, bloody, crossing fucking lanes and trams and all this sort of shit. Like, you got one guy who's just like, nah, I can't do it. Hook turns and trams and stuff, they're too scary. And the other guy's just like, they'll make way for me. We'll see what happens. He just gets fines everywhere. Just fucked.
Does he pay him at least?
Nah, I wouldn't imagine so. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. He probably doesn't even know that there are fines. This is a man that he's like, in the great world of everything's evolving, there's all this great technology and cool stuff to do and all this sort of stuff. The only thing that he figured out was how to download Steam and get CSGO. But like, he doesn't realize that you can, Uber Eats or a thing. Like, I can imagine that like if I tried to explain to him something like Airtasker, he'd probably explode. So it's great. We're going to his wedding in a couple of weeks. So man's getting married.
Is that him? Oh, we're going to his wedding. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, well, I literally said we're going to a wedding in the middle of nowhere. Well, of course it's him.
No, a lot of the people live in the middle of nowhere.
We get to meet the Amish folk.
What a guy!
His fiance said that we should get him on the podcast. So I'm gonna.
Does he talk like old school? Like
he's come to PAX before with me.
Does he have a country accent?
No, not really. He's a bush guy. Look, we need to get him on the podcast. The more I think about this, the more I think this is a fucking podcast gold. I'm sure we talked about this on the podcast. He was on TV. He was on Sunrise. He got interviewed on Sunrise for having big feet. Did we talk about
having
this?
big feet?
Yeah, he's got size 18 feet.
Oh my
this
god!
Is like the Big Show, bro.
No, he's just a big boy.
Size 18 feet.
Yeah. They made this big song and dance about how like he couldn't play football anymore because he couldn't find fucking boots that would fit his feet.
I'm gonna have to Google a man with size 18 feet.
And then fucking the guys on Sunrise asked him if it was true about what they say with people with big feet.
Like Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal has size 26 feet.
Never mind, he's not like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Shaquille O'Neal's been in Melbourne this week, so I know all about him. DJ.
All of his, by any chance, is it this guy?
Hang on.
Is it this guy by any chance? Please look at the photo when you open it.
No, it's not that guy.
It's not that guy.
Hang on, I'll find it. It is on the internet.
Oh, that's fucking funny, bro. That photo is cracker.
So he's related to you, right? Like he's cousin. That's right.
Oh my god, there's so many pictures. This one is a great one.
You also have really big feet. Do all the men in your family just have giant feet?
Yeah. Look at this picture. This is fucking a great picture. This is on feetfinder.com for sure.
Is that him?
That's him.
Oh my god.
Why does he look Russian?
Too much CSGO.
You reckon?
Yeah, probably. It's so funny.
Yeah, Bigfoot, bro.
Bigfoot. That's it.
18.
But yeah, so he's been on that. So he's a big boy, right? He's big feet because he's a tall motherfucker as well, right? Not that he plays a shitload of sports, but he's just a big boy. So the first thing we did, because when he used to stay a week a month. So every month he'd come down into Melbourne for a week, and he'd just crash with us because why not? And I'd make it my thing to like show him something. It's like show him something about the city, show him something about Melbourne, do something interesting. And one of the things we did is we went to Box Hill, and if anyone's in Melbourne knows where Box Hill is, it's like Chinatown essentially, but it's proper Chinatown, not city Chinatown. And food is so good. So we went there, but he was like twice the size of the biggest guy in the room. He walked into this little Chinese restaurant and the entire room stopped and went silent and looked at him. And he's like, yeah, what's good? What's good to eat in here? And we're like, it's like, we're here for the dumplings. And we sit down and like everyone was like staring at him and shit. And we were just scoffing down dumplings. And we went for a walk down the street afterwards, and we went into this little fucking Asian restaurant. And he just like fucking, I don't know. He just, his care factor is 0. So like he's like burst into the door of this little Chinese fucking supermarket. He's like, I'm gonna eat the weirdest thing in here. And then in the corner, like behind the counter, was tiny little Asian lady, like cowering in the corner at this giant man who just came in demanding to eat the weirdest thing in here. And so, anyway, it was jerked octopus is what he ended up eating. So
yeah, he did what to an octopus?
Jerked it.
All right then.
But yeah, I just apologized profusely to the lady in the corner, and I'm like, I'm very sorry. He's from out of town. And then he went and he's like, oh, this is fucking weird. And he's like, buying this octopus.
What a guy. And we're going to his wedding.
And then, yeah, well, none of that.
You should get him jerked octopus as his gift.
We got to get him a gift.
We don't have to get him a gift.
It's a wedding. You have to get him a gift.
Yeah, okay. We give him a shiny thing. He'll be like, ooh, pretty.
Ooh, what?
Something
shines?
Shiny. It's fucking. It was funny. I remember we'll get him on the podcast because I'll just fucking ask him all this stuff. There's 2 things to be said about this. I invited him to PAX, which he came along, and he'd been staying with us on and off, so he kind of starting to get the hang of it. And he was like so proud because he went to PAX and then he went out afterwards and he like fucking took public transport like 6 suburbs over to go to a cinema. I'm like, there's a cinema across the road from PAX here, man. You could have just gone there. He's like, I didn't know that. Whatever. And he's like, I went to this. But his mate, who was a bit weird, like him, his mate's like, we're going to PAX. What's it like? There's long lines and people everywhere and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah. Oh, okay. He's like, I'll bring my camel pack. And we're like, what?
There's always one camelback guy at PAX at least.
It's probably this guy.
Probably that guy. I have seen.
So for those who don't know what a camel pack is, it's like a full backpack that you just fill up with water, and then you have like a straw that goes over your shoulder, so you can just get drinks anytime you want. This man was just like, he's like, no line can beat me. I've got my drinks on my back. I'm like, how did you even get that past security? It's like, what if you filled that with booze? Be fucking cooked. But yeah, he's fucking.
Speaking of PAX, how fucking good does High on Life look?
Right?
Bro, I can't wait for that.
They announced it when I went to the Xbox thing, and I'm like, I must be fucking tired because this is tripping me out.
Wait, did you see the 25-minute gameplay?
Yeah, so then for Gamescom they did a 25-minute gameplay, which has been clips everywhere, and I've been posting in my Discord going, we're streaming this game. This is fucking great.
Fucking awesome. I can't wait for it.
They did. Justin Rowland did another game called Trevor and Something Saves the Universe, and I didn't play it because it was like fucking expensive.
Trevor Saves the Universe, yeah.
Yeah. And so I might go back and even try some of their other games and play it because
why not?
Fucking hell.
I mean, you have a couple months. You got till December until this drops.
Yeah, and that'll drop on Game Pass as well. So easy clap. No worries.
Is it coming out on PS5?
It will, yeah, but it'll be free.
Yeah, it's
Game Pass.
Yeah, so you'll get Xbox One, Series X, Series S, and Windows. Fuck, I'll just get it on PC.
That's it. Just get it on Game Pass and away you go. But yeah, it looks good. The whole thing is that you're a space bounty hunter. Obviously there'll be a twist or something because they've only shown all the stuff that they've sort of released is from the first 25 minutes anyway. So like even the trailer is like
nothing. Yeah,
they've shown nothing of the back end of the game, which I reckon is going to be some twists and turn to it.
But you end up killing a kid in the first 10 minutes of the game, bro.
That's like, fucking great. That whole scene where the gun's like, oh man, I'm not killing a kid. And you like, keep pulling the trigger. Well, I could see me getting into arguments with this fucking gun, man. But yeah, it's very clever. It's very fucking. It's just very Justin Roiland. So yeah, it's good. Fucking High on Life. Such a bizarre game.
Is that the one with the talking knife?
Yeah, that's the one.
Talking guns, talking everything. It's fucking great, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what else is talking? This fucking Uber because he's around the corner from my house. I'm so.
Yeah, we should wrap things up anyway because we are.
Hold on, where the fuck? Oh, okay, yeah, lucky. I thought I fucking delivered it to another address. I was gonna go crazy.
That would have been awkward.
Into that. Anyway,
delivered to the man hiding in the roof.
Hey, this guy looks like a fucking no. I'm not gonna say on anything on the stream. On this.
Looks like a stand-up gentleman. Oh man,
yes, he definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't look like a serial killer.
Excellent.
Definitely not. Fuck, this guy's spitting in my food as we speak, bro. This is a fucking jail shot. His fucking Uber photo, bro.
Oh, good lord.
A mugshot?
Bro, straight out, that's bad.
Well,
all right, let's wrap things up. Fucking Vince, have you done anything with your COVID? Like, are you doing music or anything dropping? What are you doing?
Okay, so let me clear my throat. All right, so I have an album coming out soon for Moe, don't worry. It's done. I literally just need one voiceover, and I need that fucking bastard to do it for me. He hasn't done it yet. Actually, I need Zemo to do one other thing for me as well.
Oh, okay.
But I have an album coming out soon. It's called Indictment. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you when, but just know that this is like Moe's best work because it's fucking hectic.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And my real shit, I actually am opening like a proper like record label. And
you can do it legit. You can't legit.
Yeah, bro. I got my cousin's missus who can sing, and I got a few people I know that can sing, and they're keen to like get some music done and shit. So
hell yeah.
I can register an ABN number, bro, trading name, and get this shit done. But yeah, other than that, I've just been fucking sick and working, so I really haven't had time to do anything. But the album's been done for a while, so I'm just waiting for that final part. But yeah, I got the album coming, and that's about it.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, bro.
And Shelby, you streamed yesterday, so I
streamed yesterday. It was a rare day. Yeah, I did a 5M development stream. So if you want to follow my work, you can go to shellbunny.com. It has all my links. And also I should put a link to Bliss RP there because that'll be the RP server that I'm opening eventually. Sometimes the stream. Yeah.
Yes. As for me,
up to make moedon'tworry.com. Sorry, continue.
moedon'tworry.com. That should be a website anyway.
Yeah, just open it up and put his music on it.
Apart from that, I'm streaming constantly at the moment. I've got some charity stuff coming up. We've got I'll be at DreamHack in Melbourne in a couple of weeks. I'll be at Country Roll Festival, the anime festival, in a few weeks after that. Then I'll be at PAX a few weeks after that as well. So if you're going to any of those expos, I'll be at all those. We've got some charity fundraising coming up. We just finished doing game changes for the Starlight Foundation, and I'm participating in some events leading into PAX for Are You OK Day as well. Very busy time. Plus, I'm going to my Amish mate's cousin's wedding, whatever. So there's that. But I'm streaming constantly at the moment. Just finished Saints Row, and I'm currently doing a lot of RP streaming on Echo, which is proving to be interesting. So yeah, Zombies Love Bacon everywhere. And if you like this podcast, you should definitely check us out on Twitter at ZLBpodcast. The best way to like shoot us a DM or anything there, or just find me somewhere and talk to me is fine as well. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and invite your friends, and maybe send this to your Amish cousin and shock them with the term podcast. It'd be crazy.
Yep, and if you ever have any dramas, don't forget you can always hide in the roof.
Yeah, just not near fucking Vince because he'll call the ASIO on you.
Yep. And just don't tell them you have a gun because then they won't look up.
Yeah, tell them you don't have a gun.
Yep, that's what you say.
That's how you do it. That's where they always slip up. They say they have a gun instead of
snitch on yourself, you know.
Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back next week. Stay cool. Stay out of trouble. Don't hide in the roof. And yeah, see you all next week. Goodbye.
Mwah.